Nikola Jokic is a face of the franchise. We're franchising everything. When new teams open up, if new team goes in a new city, they're not developing a new team. They contact the NBA, who gives them a blueprint and says, this is how we want it, and this is how you're going to be profitable. And then they're wondering, you know, the big boys are wondering why they can't buy into the NBA teams. In Balkans, you can't really, if you're playing two sports at the same time, that means you suck. Right? Have you ever heard of a friend that played basketball and soccer at the same time? That's the guy that usually sucks at either playing one or the other, and he has to make up for it. It's so many business ventures in which I failed. At that time, I didn't call them failures because I was looking at a financial perspective. I was looking at a plus minus dollar. But they were definitely failures that converted into lessons. I've learned I've never made that failure again, right? But that's what I've done. So for a good amount of probably 5 or 6 years, I've generated income in nightlife. And then in the daytime, I would come with different business ventures. I guess trying to get out of nightlife by pursuing something in a normal time frame, daylight frame. And what it resulted in is lack of productivity due to the fact that I had no knowledge.
How do you started a lot of them failed, I assume. How do you bounce back from that?
Look, it's admitting to failures in business is a level of maturity that many of us never attain. You don't need to succeed 100 times. You only got to do it once.
One jackpot.
Right? So, and a lot of people call it jackpot, but definitely not a jackpot, you know, because you're failing for 10 years in order for you to succeed. Rejection or the failures, consistent failures that you obtain there, it awakens something in you to try that somewhere else. And I think America just comes off as a land of opportunities in our eyes because they are the best marketing machine in the world, right?
A century or so.
Yeah. I think that media and marketing development that they have urges us. We're better at picturing our dreams attained here than the country we were born in.
Grass is greener on the other side, right?
Grass is greener because you want it to be greener, because you're constantly looking at that media, right?
We make it greener, right?
Yeah, from all the magazines, from everything that we collected as a kids, we collected far more of a foreign media and newspapers and you know, the outlets than the domestic ones. I ended up being nightlife on and off for 10 years. Nightlife is a great cash flow business. It's not as profitable as people think. The reason I enjoyed nightlife for the most part is the social interaction with people and the fact that everybody was in a good mood. I loved that interaction. I loved when 300, 400, 500,000 people are going to a place and they're genuinely happy and expect to have a good time. But what fascinated me the most about nightlife is the reality that people would go and spend thousands of dollars of incredibly marked up product, aka liquor, to sit at a booth for 2-3 hours and go home.